Dominique and Keon. How are you?
All
Hey,
right.
Leora.
Thank you. How are you?
Good. So you both give such powerful performances this season, but without spoiling anything, tell me a little about your character journeys this season.
Naomi this season thinks it's a really good idea to delve into her past, into a very delicate part of it that involves her son and her toxic ex. And it's quite a very traumatic and kind of, it's a reckoning for her, I think. I think she thought it was going to go a certain way and it went anything but that way. And so Naomi has a very difficult time this season, kind of being confronted with all of the things from her past. But it's also a very rich dive into this past, which I think is going to be really rewarding for people watching it and finding out about how all that really shady, kind of those shady seeds we planted in season 1 onwards completely come round. And so it's quite the journey. Yeah.
And when we meet Marco, you get a very quick sense in season 4 of his verbal prowess, of his shit disturber personality, of the masks he wears. But you don't yet see him out of his element. And what's really exciting about season 5 is that he comes face to face with circumstances and humans that he cannot control. Naomi is possibly the most real thing in his life, even though she's been absent for years. And so to come face to face with someone who, just by virtue of their being and their ability to see you, cuts through your stratagem, your manipulation, your masks, your facade of power, and gets straight to the vulnerable heart at the center of that, which maybe has been denied. You know, as a warrior, it's not a part of him that he spends a lot of time in. So to have that kryptonite show up at the same moment when the stakes are the highest, when your master plan, your vision is actually coming to fruition in the world, is a worst case scenario. That's when you want to hold your shit together, and it's the opposite of what happens. And I can't wait for the fans to see, like, it's so many unknowns, and then the heir to the throne is being, you know, manipulated in her own way by that lady right there, you know, and so the stakes are high for that, and so we see his we see the single father who has a lot of eggs in that basket, a lot of invested in that, and so there's so many elements, there's so many layers, and I feel so grateful to the writers and to Narain for stacking it all up, because it's a lot of pancakes in that stack. I love it. It's
good. And what do you like best about working with each other?
I mean, whoopsies. I like what we create together. I think that Keon was really kind of 100% in from the get-go with me, and so because I just think this is such a complex relationship, you know. It's rooted very kind of teenage passionate love, and so when that's kind of transferred into adulthood and there's a child involved and there's like politics, there's a very, very thin line between the love and hate. And so kind of getting that balance right of like these two very passionate people who were crazily in love once, what does their hate look like, was quite a challenge. But I think, you know, Keon was very open, and like, so was Josiah. We all just kind of, you know, our focus was the story and telling it truthfully. and we all just mucked in. And so I felt very safe and kind of like all on the same page with these guys, and I think it's made for some beautiful work. So and we had fun in between all the darkness, and it was a tough thing to do, and I think we managed to get through it mostly unscathed.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel so connected to Dom and to Josiah, who plays Philip, that it was very hard for me to have to be mean. I know that sounds so trite, but if I'm grateful that we have the connection that we have off screen, because it actually made it easier. It was sort of a container to just play with those jabs, you know, even though, like Dom just insinuated, it's never without a cost, you know. It always hurts a little bit, even if you're pretending. And so yeah, we had a pod that really made it more tolerable. Yeah.
Well, thank you both so much for your work. Thank you for your art. I love this season. I can't wait for everyone to watch it soon. Thank you. Have a great day.
Nice to meet you.